The snow was falling slow that night, your scarf wrapped tight around your smile. I said I'd never let you go, but I lied to both of us a while. Your eyes like fire in the frost, your touch a home I've never lost. But time pulled us like the tide. Now I walk these streets alone each night. Every light on every tree takes me where we used to be. Back to that December where we danced beneath the stars, when the cold just made us closer and we swore we'd never part. But forever was just a promise we couldn't quite defend. Take me back to that December where love didn't have to end. The fire's out, the room is bare, but I still see your coat on that chair. I wear your scent like second skin, a battle I won't ever win. The clock just ticks without a sound, as if afraid to turn around. But every shadow that I see brings December back to me. Back to that December where our laughter filled the air. Now the silence feels much colder and the snow just isn't fair. I'd give anything to hold you, to make that promise real again. Take me back to that December before we reach the back to that December where we never felt the pain, when your hand fit mine so perfectly before we broke in the rain. And if time could freeze a moment, I'd never let it bend. Take me back to that December, to a love that didn't end. The window's shaking with the rhythm of the track, a one-way ticket and there's no turning back. The city lights are fading in the haze, lost inside a disbelieving daze. Your final words were colder than the steel. You never cared, was any of it real? I'm on the last train to nowhere, running from a love that disappeared. a fire with our words, and built a castle out of trust. But love burned brighter than we knew, and turned our dreams to dust. We kissed beneath the thunder, made vows we couldn't keep. Now I'm staring at the wreckage of a promise buried deep. Ashes of a promise scattered in the wind. All the things we swore we'd be, too broken to begin. The echo of your goodbye still rattles in my bones. Ashes of a promise, and I face them all alone. I found a box beneath the bed, photos from a life we planned, a letter you had never sent, still trembling in my hands. The clock kept ticking forward, but my heart stayed in reverse, reliving all the could have beens inside this aching verse. Ashes of a promise, and the smoke still makes me cry. Every spark we thought would save us was just embers in the sky. I'm dancing in the ruins where we carved our names in stone. Ashes of a promise are all I now call ashes of a promise, still glowing in my chest, even though it burned away. I gave you all my best, and if you ever wonder why I never moved along, it's 'cause ashes of a promise still sing our broken song. The streetlights bleed on the wet black tar. Another night beneath the lonely star. A sudden chill, a whisper in the breeze, and then the heavens open through the trees. I pull my collar up against the cold, a story that's been told 1,000 times before, and now the echoes in the rain are calling out your name, a symphony of sorrow just echoes in the rain. In a cardboard box of forgotten things, a dusty book of unsung springs, tucked between the pages, worn and gray. A piece of yesterday has found its way. Your smiling eyes, the summer in your hair, a frozen moment trace the edges with a trembling hand, the setting sun on a stretch of golden sand. You wrote forever on the back in ink. It's funny how a heart can break and never think about the cost, the price of letting go, a seed of doubt you never let me sow. This faded photograph is all I have of you, a perfect lie in shades of faded blue. We were kings of a world we thought was true, but you burned the kingdom, and I'm left with the view. This faded photograph is tearing me in two. Does it ever cross your mind when you leave the past behind, or is it just a memory for only me? This faded photograph is all I have of you, a perfect lie in shades of faded blue. We were kings of a world we thought was true, but you burned the kingdom, and I'm left with the view. This faded photograph restored my soul into just a faded photograph. You spoke of futures painted gold and bright, You swore you'd be my one and only light. You built a temple on a foundation of trust. Now all I see is rubble, rust, and dust. You were the author of my favorite book, but you ripped the final chapter out. Just take a look. All we are is shattered promises and the wreckage of a dream. You were my salvation, my genesis. Now you're just a silent scream. I'm picking up the pieces of my heart, torn apart by all your shattered promises. Remember walking by the pale moonlight. You said with you everything feels right. You promised me a shelter from the storm. Instead you left me broken, cold, and torn. Each one you spoke was just a clever lie, a beautiful betrayal, a perfect goodbye. All we are is shattered promises and the wreckage of a dream. You were my salvation, my genesis. Now you're just a silent scream. I'm picking up the pieces of my heart, torn apart by all your shattered promises. And the crazy thing about this mess is a part of me still whispers yes. A fool's last hope